doing the last brown-eyed video, it received such an enormously positive response that I wanted to do another one for you. And the beauty of the look that I'm creating for you today is that it is universal. It's purple, and purple is one of those colors that every single eye color can wear and get away with, and it'll make your eyes stand out amazingly well. But I am going to be wearing brown contacts in today's video so that you get to see what this combination looks like on brown eyes. And if you happen to miss any of the colored contact series that I've done so far for Frugal Fridays, I will also have them linked down below for you, as well as all the products that I'm using to create today's look. Let me show you how to recreate the entire face.
And of course, we're starting this look off with a primer. Very first eyeshadow we're using is from Jane. This is the shade called Natural. I'm using this more as a transition shade in the crease. I'm applying it here with the Sedona Lace EB15 crease brush. And the next eyeshadow I'm using is also from Jane. This is the shade called Clay, another matte eyeshadow. And we're using this more so to deepen the crease and define it. So you want to run this shade right along the fold of the crease and keep it contained in that area. Next up is one of the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows in Burst into Bloom. I am applying this wet, and to do this I've sprayed the brush with e.l.f.'s misting spray, and I'm applying that eyeshadow onto the inner half of the lid. Reason being is because this eyeshadow has a lot of fallout and it helps to contain it a lot more. Moving on to another L'Oreal Infallible shade, this is Smoldering Plum, and I'm applying this onto the outer third of the lid. I'm also going to start working this up into the outer V of the eye. From the Wet n Wild Petal Pusher palette, we're taking that dark purple and using this to blend Smoldering Plum into Burst into Bloom. Adding this into the look brings a little bit more purple onto the lid and helps those two colors to blend into one another. Then we're taking the eyelid shade from the Petal Pusher palette and applying this into the crease with the Sedona Lace EB15 crease brush. What we're really doing here is blending the purple shades on the lid into the crease color that we created in the beginning. This changes the crease color slightly, giving it more of a purple tone. And I want a little bit more depth in the outer V, so I'm going back with more Smoldering Plum and the Sedona Lace EB15 crease brush and working that into the outer corner. And we're wiping away our excess fallout there with one of the Sedona Lace fan brushes. And this is why we do our face last. For blending, I'm using this shade from the Physicians Formula Canyon Classics Quad, and I'm blending along the harsher edges of our crease to help tone it down a little bit. I'm using the Sigma E25 blending brush, very comparable to the MAC 217 brush. I also want the lower lash line to pop, so I'm going back with Smoldering Plum here and lining the outer half of the lower lash line, and then I'm going to go back with Burst into Bloom and line the inner half of the lower lash line. From Milani, this is one of their liquid eye pencils. I forget the name of it, but it's the only purple one, so you can't miss it. And I'm using this to line the lower waterline as well as the upper waterline. And once I have this pencil sharpened really well, I'm also going to use it to line the upper lash line as well. And it's a little hard to see, but I went back with some of the dark purple from the Petal Pusher palette, and I used that to set that line on the upper lash line also. For my brows, I'm using a pencil from Flower, and I think this is in the shade called Blonde, filling in the eyebrows with this pencil. Really, really like this. If you are fair, this is a great one to try. And of course, we can't forget we gotta pop in the brown contact. For my falsies, I'm using a pair from Kiss. This is style number 11, and those are your completed eyes. Those colors are absolutely amazing, not only on brown eyes, green eyes, hazel eyes, blue eyes. You must try this. Already applied my concealer. I used the one from Rimmel Match Perfection today, and I'm trying a new foundation in this video. Hopefully it's good. This is the one from Hard Candy that I recently picked up. It's in the lightest shade possible, but I still feel like it was off somehow. It looked like it matched when I was applying it, but it just had a really strange color. And afterwards, I feel like it oxidized on me later on because my face did look darker. Which is a shame because the foundation wore extremely well throughout the day and I was pretty impressed by it. It was even better than the Flower foundation that I used in last week's video. Setting the face with the Essence Stay Matte Powder, and the blush that I'm using is one from NYX. This is in the shade called Angel. I don't know if this is still available or not. I picked it up in a swap recently on Makeup Alley, so you may have trouble finding this one. You could also use Milani's Dolce Pink in this step. For my lips, I'm going to start off with the Jordana Tawny lip liner and line those smackers. And to fill in the lips, I'm using a lipstick from Essence. This is in the shade Nude Love. Love these two colors together. So one of the most popular negative comments that I get all the time is that my lips are fake, and it's actually quite hilarious. No, they're not fake, but I do have a number of tricks in my back pocket that I am constantly using to make my lips look much bigger and fuller. So I'm going to show you two of those here. The first thing that I do is I fill in the sides sometimes with a lip liner. So I'm going back with Tawny here and filling in the sides on both the bottom and the top lip. And you can see that that helps to make the center of your lips on the both top and bottom much bigger looking. Another thing that you can do to pronounce your lips even more is use a shimmery eyeshadow. I'm using this one from the Petal Pusher palette, and apply that onto the center of the bottom lip and the center of the top lip. And if you don't want to use an eyeshadow, you can also use gloss in this step also. And by doing that, you're creating a highlight, you're drawing a lot of focus to that section of the lips, which makes them appear even fuller. And if you want even more tips and tricks for making your lips look bigger and fuller, I will link the full video that I did a little while ago for you in the description box.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning. And it's just another reason why we love drugstore products. There's a lot to be said for drugstore products these days. They are really picking up their game, and you just couldn't tell if that was a high-end look or really affordable look. It is that deceiving. I hope you found this look helpful today and that it has given you some inspiration for creating your own purple eyeshadow looks. And let me know what your favorite drugstore purple eyeshadow is. Would love to hear your comments. Thanks so much again for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again next Friday for another Frugal Friday.